Welcome to the Mob Boss Den for another one of our Mob Boss Hot Seat Chats. Joining me this time, just ahead of finals this afternoon, Jamie Hall from the UK. Mate, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you nervous about being in the Mob Boss Hot Seat?
Not really, maybe slightly, but I'll be fine.
You'll be just fine. You're a media star, you and your brother. Let's start there. What is Hall Brothers Racing? Tell me a little bit about what you guys get up to and the media content that you guys put out.
Yeah, so, mainly what we do is, it was a few years ago now, I kind of looked at, I've always been really into setup. Tommy's always not cared really about setup that much.
Just wheels, just drives.
I've been really into it, and I've learned a lot about it because I've done a motorsport degree and stuff like that, so I'm really into it. So, and I kind of saw that for 10th scale there wasn't really much there's a lot for 8th scale YouTube channels saying stuff what to do, but there's not really any for 10th.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought it was just an idea I had, and I was like, why not? So I just started doing the YouTube, and and then we have some parts that we make as well that we have on our website that we sell.
Tell me about the parts. So what sort of parts?
Just things like different shock towers, different sort of usually carbon fiber parts, because we have a little CNC router and stuff like that. That's the main stuff.
Those videos you've put out, what's been the one or two that have been the biggest that have kind of generated the most interest?
I think most probably know it was the upside down shocks one. So that basically was sort of 2 years ago. We were racing on carpet, and we usually have quite wild ideas with stuff that we try and that. So my idea was just to try and lower the weight down, just put the shock upside down basically. And for us, we preferred it, we really liked it, so I made a video about it. A lot of other people in the UK started running it, and a lot of people were asking us questions like, why the hell are you doing that? So that was where I was like, all right, I'll make a video on it, and then hopefully it knows. But it kind of went to a lot more people than I thought it would, and made quite
You started
a big
a
thing out
worldwide
of it.
movement, really. You did.
Yeah.
You did. You're still running the shocks upside down on carpet? Is that still kind of where you're at?
On carpet, we have still been running them upside down for the last few years. So yeah.
You said a minute ago you studied motorsport, undergraduate. Just before we came on, you were talking about going back and doing the masters in motorsport.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about the studies. Where that might even take you.
Yeah, so I graduated from my undergrad. I got a job in automotive engineering, doing car interiors and stuff like that.
Okay.
I kind of realised, which I probably knew anyway, that suspension and stuff like that was kind of where I wanted to go into more than anything. So that's kind of what prompted me to go back, do the masters. I didn't really have, I think it's hard to get a job in that area unless you have a masters or more experience, stuff like that. So I think I've got to go back, have that extra year to get more experience, get the masters and stuff like that, and then sort of try and get back into that.
The motorsport industry in the UK is enormous. It's the world centre of things like Formula 1, for example, but Formula 3 teams, Formula 2. It is a whole world of motorsport in the UK. Is that kind of where you want to head professionally?
I think I would. I'd like to do motorsport for a bit, maybe not for years and years and years, because I know it's a hell of a lot of hours and it basically ends up being your whole life. So I think I'd like to experience that and do that kind of thing. But I say, even if I was working on sort of vehicle dynamics and suspension of a road car, I think that would still be enjoyable. I'd like that. So.
A little bit like the career that Ray Munday's had. Ray Munday, Team Associated Driver from Australia, has worked in World Rally, in World Sports Car. I think he's done some work in Formula 1 around suspension as well. Maybe a similar path to him.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah. Let's talk about the UK scene. It seems like a uber competitive UK national scene. Tell me a little bit about what UK Nationals looks like. What's the format of the events? And then we'll talk about this year.
Yeah, so it's a really, really good series. It's been going since I remember, since we started racing. It's been going for 30 odd years probably before we started, and it's kind of been the same format for ages, and it's really the events that in the UK is what everybody is thinking about. It's all most people in the UK really think about. It's just the nationals trying to do as well as you can, and it's good. It's like a 2-day meeting, so we have on Saturdays 2-wheel drive, Sundays 4-wheel drive. We just get 2 3-minute practices in the morning, 4 qualifying rounds, and then 3 leg A finals, 1 leg for the rest. But that's the tough thing, is only having 2 3-minute practices in the morning. You've kind of got to be on it straight away. So it's really, really good format that's worked for a long time, and I hope it stays like it is for many more years as well.
So 7 practices here is luxury for you guys.
It is. It's actually a very big difference. When people have come to the UK before from Europe, they struggle with the lack of practice, and then I think sometimes when we come abroad and we have more practice, I think we're used to you have to push harder because you've learned the track more and more. You've got more time to learn the track. In qualifying, you can afford to like drive harder and like really push more.
Yeah.
Because in the UK, because we don't know the track as much, we're kind of like we kind of have to take it a little bit more study. So it is a difference.
It is a fresh layout every time, though, isn't it? So it's the same venue, but a fresh layout.
It's always because it's all AstroTurf tracks. Yeah. The pipes are usually all like movable, or the track markers are all movable, it's always a different layout as well. So
super competitive year. Yourself, your brother Ben Smith, Lee Martin, Neil Cragg, his final National Series.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about how this year's British National Series unfolded.
It's gone well. So I mean, it started off obviously Neil's last year is probably like the main thing, the main story of the Nationals. But Tommy's had a really good year. He managed to get the two-wheel drive championship. The four-wheel drive championship went right down to the wire, literally to the last race. We had the B84 mid-season, so obviously we'd had like years and years developing the 74 for those tracks to getting it perfect. B84 being a completely new platform, but we had a few days on it. We managed to get it to a good point in the end, and he managed to take it at the last meeting. So it's been really good. And then obviously I've had a great year with it being Neil's last national series, and then his last national as well. We had a really good time. Had some good celebrations with that as well. So it's been
I
really
wish
good.
Neil was here. I had a message from him overnight. Said, mate, everyone here wishes you were here. So shout out to Neil if you're watching. Been a fabulous career, and he's such an icon globally, but particularly within the industry in the UK.
Yeah, I mean within the UK, Neil's always been like the absolute main man. Everyone looks at. So obviously the only UK world champion we've had
so far
in 10 scale. So far. So he's an absolute icon in the UK, and he's been brilliant. It's been a dream really to pit with him for the last few years. You know, we always, when we were kids, you're watching Neil, you know what I mean, and then we've been sat with him, working with him for the last few years. So it's been brilliant. It's been really good.
Last question. We're going to need to let you go and do some more work. Who wins this afternoon? We're just ahead of two-wheel drive finals as we record. We've got Kerup starting out of P1. I think it's Champlin, then Kobovic. Davey Battis probably 4, something like that. How do you see this afternoon unfolding?
I mean, I can't see past Marcus, to be honest. I know. I mean, we've kind of seen Marcus from when he was like super young, growing up, when we first started with him, and he's so mentally strong from what I've seen from him. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him choke really. I mean, I hope I'm not jinxing it now. Let me touch this wood. But yeah, he's so mentally strong. I think if he's on pole, I'd be surprised if he didn't win. But
before you duck off from the Mob Boss hot seat, I've got 2 things for you. One's a little thank you to say that you survived the Don's Den hot seat interview, and the second, I want to offer you an Aussie favourite, the Tim Tam.
I'll take one of those.
Wrap your laughing gear around one of those.
Perfect. Thank you.
Jamie Hall, thank you so much for joining us for the chat. Look forward to seeing how four-wheel drive unfolds for you guys, and to all that you do in the UK over the next 12 months.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
That's Jamie Hall. We'll come back on the other side of this for another Don's Den hot seat interview, courtesy of Mob Boss Graphics. Right back on the other side of this message.